What's good, peeps? Self-isolation day 29. I know I always say this, but hopefully everyone is doing well. Hopefully everyone is safe during these crazy times, wherever you are in the world. Someone actually sent me a message saying, Ade, what did they say? Ade, stop drinking coffee during the videos. It's cringe. Sort your life out. You, sort your life out. And it's good coffee as well. All right, let's get to the what would have happened. I've got loads of messages about doing this video. Like, Ade, why have you not done this one yet? Why have you not? And all right, let's do it. Let's do it, people. Vladimir Klitschko. Oh, sorry, Tyson Fury versus Vladimir Klitschko 2. That didn't happen twice, right? Tyson Fury pulled out twice, or one was a pullout, the other one was kind of forced to pull out. But obviously, Tyson Fury shocked the world back in, what was it, November 2015, when he went to Germany and beat Vladimir Klitschko, who hadn't been beaten for, was it 10 years? Was it 9 years? It was long, right? It was a long time. I always think, how big an upset was that? Like, in terms of the heavyweight upsets of the last sort of 30, 40 years, is it right up there? Because not many people talk about it, right? I mean, obviously, we talk about Joshua Ruiz, we talk about Tyson Buster Douglas, we talk about Oliver McCall Lewis and Lewis Hassim Rahman, but not many people mention Tyson Fury, Vladimir Klitschko. That was a big upset, right? It was. I wonder if it's because it wasn't a knockout, right? And all the other ones, it's either been a knockdown, knockout, or a stoppage, right, of some sort. Maybe because this one went to points and the fight itself was quite boring. People don't consider it a big upset. It was a big upset. It was a very big upset. Tyson Fury's biggest win up until that point, Chisora, right? The second time round, so not when they fought for the first time, which was very much British level. The second time round when, I don't know, Chisora was sort of fringe world level, right? And Tyson Fury was coming up through the ranks. Was that the biggest win? So to go to Germany, away from home, I think he was like a 4-1 underdog. To go away from home and beat up Vladimir Klitschko, and he did kind of beat him up. That was a big upset. It was a big upset. But we all wanted to see what would have happened in the rematch, right? That got a lot of people intrigued. What was going to happen second time round? Would Tyson Fury be able to do it again? Would Vladimir Klitschko make the adjustments? Questions, questions, questions. Now, I mentioned that the rematch was supposed to happen twice. The rematch was initially scheduled for, was it June or July? I think it was July of 2016. Vladimir Klitschko exercised the rematch clause a couple of weeks after the fight. So it was going to happen in July. Press conference happened. Tyson Fury pulled out. Yeah, it was going to happen in July, 100%. And Tyson Fury pulled out because of an ankle sprain in June. Now, whether or not that was a legitimate ankle sprain, we don't know. But I will say this. I remember the press conference in the lead up to that first rematch, and Tyson Fury is clearly out of shape already, right? He's clearly out of shape. If you picture Tyson Fury in the build up to the first fight, he's as lean as we've probably ever seen, right? His face is chiseled, jaws chiseled. You actually even see some abs, which isn't Tyson Fury, right? He's not body beautiful like that. That's how much in shape Peter Fury and whoever else was behind the scenes got him. So coming round for the first rematch, clearly out of shape, right? The second rematch, which was supposed to happen in October 2016, that fight got canned because Tyson Fury was declared medically unfit to fight. Hence why he got stripped of all these belts, even though the IBF belt was stripped way before and Charles Martin versus Glaskov was made for that belt. But Tyson Fury clearly out of shape, and then obviously he tested positive for cocaine and other stuff, right? So in the lead up to both fights, I think it's clear to say that Tyson Fury wasn't in the best of shapes. Again, compared to the first fight where he was in phenomenal shape, really was, Tyson Fury's clearly started to put on the weight again, right? And that's why I think the rematch would have been interesting. Just because I don't think we would have seen the best Tyson Fury. If the best Tyson Fury was Germany Tyson Fury, I think we would have seen 60% of that guy, right? And the second fight, if it was allowed to go ahead, 40% of that guy. So bear that in mind when you think of who's going to win, right? If it was Tyson Fury 100%, as in the Tyson Fury that beat Vladimir Klitschko, then I actually think Tyson Fury would have gone on to win. I really do. I think once you beat someone once, in the way in which he did it, remember, we're not talking about a flash knockout here. We're not talking a knockdown. We're just talking a boxing clinic, right? Hands behind the back. Once you do that to someone once, I think you're more than capable of doing it again, right? I think the first time round, you even within yourself are not too sure. Yes, Tyson Fury was very confident in the build-up. You go in there hoping, that's the word. You go in there hoping you can do it. I think now you know you can do it. Second time round, I think should be easier. That's what I think. Just because you're no longer fearful, right? And it's not in Germany, it's in Manchester. But I don't think we were going to see 100% Tyson Fury. Obviously, we all know that now. But even go back and check the press conference. This guy was clearly out of shape. Again, let's not forget when he took his top off and almost, I remember Frank and Mick laughing at that. And I was thinking, this guy's clearly out of shape. I mean, there's something wrong. So we were never going to get to see 100% Tyson Fury against Vladimir Klitschko. Plus, I always say it's easier winning a world title than it is defending it, right? That's something we haven't actually seen Tyson Fury do. That's why it's going to be very interesting when he fights Deontay Wilder in October, November. Although I think it's a completely different Tyson Fury now. Mindset is a lot stronger. But he's never defended a belt, right? It's easier to win it. Especially when you think of the guys that have won belts in what many people consider upsets, right? I mean, look at Andy Ruiz, Joshua, right? Again, second time round to defend it. It's not easy. You look at Buster Douglas when he upset Mike Tyson. First defense, lost it. Who else? You even look at people like Jermaine Taylor when he beat Bernard Hopkins twice, and then obviously had those fights with Kelly Pavlik. It's a lot easier to win a world title than it is to defend it. So we don't know if Tyson Fury has the mindset of a champion, right? We've always seen him as the challenger, the underdog. When you're the favorite to do it, it's a different thing, right? As they say, what's the phrase they use? The hunter is now become the hunted. And Tyson Fury was the hunter. Obviously, the second time round, he was now becoming the hunted. So it's a different mindset. So it would have been interesting to see how that would have played out. Also, would Vladimir Klitschko have been able to make the adjustments? Even if it was 80% or 90% Tyson Fury, could Vlad make the adjustments second time round in order to get the victory? I'm not sure. One thing that Vlad was accused of first time round was not pulling the trigger, right? I mean, there was times in that fight where I was like, just throw your hands. Throw your hands. Couldn't do it. Vlad likes to set up his punches always with his jab and then the big right hand, right? Or he throws a hook in. But most times he likes to set up with a jab. He couldn't get his jab off at all. And Vlad's known to having a good jab. Couldn't get his jab off at all against Tyson Fury. Would he be able to do it second time round? I'm not sure. I think Vlad's always been the guy that hesitates to pull the trigger. Do you remember that famous incident where Manny Stewart is shouting at him? I think he was fighting. It could have been Eddie Chambers. Was it Eddie Chambers or Kevin Johnson? Did he fight? I can't remember anyway. I think it might have been Eddie Chambers. And Manny Stewart is going crazy at him in the corner. Throw your hands. Throw your hands. He comes out immediately, throws his hands and knocks out. I think it is Eddie Chambers, and knocks him out immediately. So he's always lacked that aggression. And I think that's something you would have needed to beat Tyson Fury. So it's a shame it didn't happen. But if it did happen, with the condition that we saw Tyson Fury coming into the press conference with, I would have put my money on Vlad. I think Tyson Fury needs to be in impeccable condition to beat Vladimir Klitschko. I really do. Remember, the first fight wasn't a blowout, by the way. I think the scorecards were like 115, 112 and 116, 11 twice. So it wasn't like the biggest blowout in the world. I thought it was actually a boring fight. I thought it was a very cagey fight. I just thought Tyson Fury won the rounds. And again, that was 100% Tyson Fury. Could 60, 70% Tyson Fury do that? I doubt it. Could Vlad pull the trigger? Don't know. I don't know. But if I had to put my money on anyone winning that rematch, it would have been Vladimir Klitschko. And Vlad, we know, would have come into that ring 100% in shape. Tyson Fury, I doubt he would have come into that ring 40% in shape. I doubt it. And that's a shame. That's a shame. But it's all worked out well in the end, isn't it, right? He didn't have the rematch. He didn't lose. He stayed unbeaten. I guess took that long exile from boxing has come back now and rules the boxing kingdom in the heavyweight division. So it's weird how things play out, right? Very weird. But what do you guys think? Who would have won that rematch? Tyson Fury or Vladimir Klitschko? My money's on Vladimir Klitschko. Peace. Guys, sorry, it's me again. I'm back. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, please like and share the videos. It really does help the channel a lot. And if you want to support the channel, I do have a Patreon account. The link is in the description. All right, I'm done. Peace.